To be or not to be? That is the question. It's an incredibly powerful play. The themes couldn't be much bigger. Young people live those themes. They're happening in their life. And they have not yet numbed themselves to the point where they've just accepted those things as being what they are, and the aim now is to pay off the mortgage and to make sure that I've got a good job and so on. Those themes are very alive in them. And the idea with Hamlet is to get them to really have a chance to look at them in a way that's creative and fun, and also gives them a chance to think about, where could I make a difference when I grow up to this society, but make a contribution that's positive, as opposed to a contribution that's nihilistic, because ultimately that's not going to help them, and it's not going to help anyone around them.
We just sat there in awe. It was just, and he really brought it to life as well. It was incredible.
Is there anybody else who'd like to come up and talk to him, who disagrees with him, or anything you like? You can get in a full-on argument with him if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Would you like to speak to him? Come up. Hamlet's just kind of here. He's hanging out. You know what he thinks. What would you want to say to him?
What was it that made you change your view on life? Like, what?
Well, my father was murdered. You know, if someone takes your father in the middle of the night and kills them, it tends to have a bit of an effect on your psychological state, yeah.
It was great. He did it so well, and it was really funny as well as like, we were all just fixed to him all the time, and we understood what he was saying, and he made it completely relevant to us and our lives and our world around us today.
With Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, they are the victims of their own fate. It's fairly obvious in their actions that they'll do whatever the king needs them to kind of be in favour at court. They're sycophants. They're the kind of people who show up on the front cover of Hello magazine and are desperate to be on The Apprentice or I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, you know, or one of those programmes. They're fame lovers. That's my view of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
It's inspiring. He really talks, and he engages the audience and makes us really enjoy what he's saying. It makes us want to go out and learn more and understand more about Shakespeare and his works.
As if increase of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet within a month, let me not think on it, frailty, thy name is woman. Hamlet endlessly asks questions. He's an iconoclast, and he's constantly looking to challenge society's orthodoxies. But as the play goes on, he learns that he has to live within them too. He can't just be the angry rebel who sits outside destructively commenting on everything around him, because he isolates himself from everybody.
Been an immense impact. Ben's been with us now for 2-3 years, coming regularly to the school. Each time is an inspirational talk. It gets students to look afresh at Shakespeare and also bring it alive for them. And I think when they have so much to study, particularly in Shakespeare and literature generally, any new element, any new way of providing that makes a difference. Ben's certainly done that, and that's why the students have wanted him to come back each time. And many of these students have now had this the second time round in their second year of study because they want to revisit it again. So it's had an immense impact on them.
So the idea here is giving students a chance to look at where they could be real change agents, and they could bring about a real development in how we live together, on how we communicate with each other, and on a lot of a community structures. But at the same time, they're able to live within that community. They don't just become a rebel without a cause, because Hamlet can become a bit of a rebel without a cause when he's not doing so well. And the idea here is that they have a cause. And the idea is that they are become really effective communicators of what they feel really needs looking at in how they learn and in how they contribute to the wider society or community in which they live.
It was so refreshing to see Shakespeare taught with such passion and enthusiasm, and especially with relevance to our day and age.